Evening. Evening. Why is this not working? What the hell? Connect to streaming software. Yeah, I did that already. Oh, damn it. Damn, I don't think it's working. What's going on, everybody? Is this a vertical? Is this vertical? Hold on one second. Let me put up my notes. Guys, what's going on? This is a brief. It's a brief. You can actually see the title on the screen of what we're going to be talking about today real quick. Okay, it is vertical. All right, cool. Well, you can see what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about Barack. Because I just watched his comments. I hadn't seen it, but now I have seen it. So that's what we're going to be discussing. Let me get some of my stuff going. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's get that here. Excellent. Okay, commentary. All right, great. Yeah, guys. Look, man, this guy really disrespected black people. Black guys, black men. He really disrespected them. It was actually shocking, to be honest. I can't lie. I hadn't seen it. Now I've seen it. It's pretty bad. It was pretty bad. So we're going to talk about it today. Once we get a few people in here, we'll talk about what Barack Obama said. Well, just to cut to the chase. I mean, basically, he said that black men don't like the idea of a woman in power, and that they're the ones who, what's it going here? Built-in microphone, okay. That they don't want to support Kamala Harris because they don't like the idea of a woman being in power. That's what he said. And he specifically talked to black men and basically made it seem like they are the ones who have a very specific problem with her running, which is absolutely crazy to me. So that's what I want to even talk about today, because I have a few thoughts about that. Let me try and bring somebody in here. All right, let's see. All right. Yeah, guys. Who's seen this? Has any of you guys seen the comments that he made? Did any of you guys see it? Did any of you guys see the comments he made? How many of you guys saw his comments? Have you seen the videotape? And if so, what did you think when you saw it? You haven't seen it? Okay. You need to watch that I mean, I think I have a clip of it somewhere. Let me see if I can get a clip. I mean, it'd be difficult to play here because I'm using a vertical thing. But he was just basically talking, and you know what the thing is? I mean, look, I'll tell you what I think is really going on. Look, guys are panicking. They realize that she's probably going to lose to this dude. Kamala Harris is probably going to lose to Trump. I've been saying that Donny T was going to win for ages. I've been saying that. So it's looking more and more likely now because every trick that they would usually use, like the Democrats would usually use, isn't working. Scare tactics isn't working. Being super black isn't working. Getting people to twerk on stage isn't working. Getting celebrity endorsements isn't working. None of these things are working. So now they're like, oh, you know what? The only thing that we've got left now is that we've got to just like, shame people so that the community will do it instead of us. So what they do is that they'll shame the black community, well, specifically black men, so that hopefully black women will pressure the black men into voting for her, because they'll make it a sort of misogynoir thing, which is what they've been calling it. They say it's misogynoir. It's like, this is misogyny. I've never seen anything so disrespectful in my life. It is extremely disrespectful. So black men must vote for her. In fact, forget black men, just black people in general. We've talked about all of this, so there's no need to even get into the ins and outs on the details of all of that, of the reasons why it is ridiculous that you're voting based on feelings and vibes and emotions and black skin. I think what is most shocking is the levels of disrespect for grown adults, the way that they're behaving, because you'd think that they think that people cannot see what they're doing. And I'm like, it's so transparent that you look at it and you're just like, guys, come on, man. You got to be better than that. You got to be better than that. That real Leslie, what's going on? Sasso official, what's happening? It's shocking. Absolutely shocking. Everybody who's in here, if you're in here, please drop a comment so I know who's in here. Drop your comment with your name, your background, where you're listening in from, so I know where you're coming from, everybody. Drop a comment. Everybody who's in the room, drop a comment in the comments, please. Drop a comment in the comments, please. If you're a YouTube member, also let me know. If you're in the YouTube membership. What I'm actually going to do is that I've got a gold mine. I'm opening a gold mine for the platform to replace my Ko-Fi donations box. I'm going to open a gold mine. I have this new platform, so I'm going to put the link in my videos. It's a little better. Doing a workshop. Okay, cool. That's cool. Doing some South African dance. Okay. That sounds exciting. That sounds exciting. But yeah, look, this guy, man, I mean, look, all that Obama romanticism is over with. And I think he doesn't realize that yet. I don't think he realizes that whole romanticism thing that he was riding on is dead. He doesn't know it's dead. So I think somebody needs to let Obama know that, listen, man, guys ain't down with that no more, man. Guys aren't down with that no more, Obama. They're not down with it anymore. Somebody needs to let him know. Because I think he still thinks that, he's that guy, who can just come out and make statements and the whole black community will be like, yeah, Obama said, and therefore it must, no. Because that was very disrespectful. How do you talk to an entire community like that? Do you know what is so funny about this whole thing? Let me tell you what's funny about this. Black men have consistently voted for women to the tune of like 80%, whatever. When Hillary Clinton lost, I think 80% of black men voted for her when she lost. Now, the question you've got to see is this. How many white men voted for Hillary Clinton? And how many have said they're going to vote for Kamala Harris? So if you say that it's a male issue, why don't you talk to white guys and ask them why they don't want to vote for her? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this a racial thing? This is not a race thing. Nobody is looking at her. The woman, she's already vice president, for God's sake. It's got nothing to do with her race. They will let him know on November 5th when they cast their ballots for Trump. Listen, bonus big back, big whale. Believe me, you ain't wrong about that, man. Bonus big whale, you ain't wrong about that. They're gonna let him know loud and clear. Do you know what? Look, it's a setup. I think it's a setup. They're setting up black people to take the fall for this. That's what they're doing. They want to create a situation where when she loses, everybody's going to be like, oh, it's your fault. That's what it is. It's not rocket science. They want to blame us for it. And I say us because, you know, I'm part of the gang. You know? They want to blame black men. This is setup. Do you know what's so funny? It's such an obvious setup that it's hilarious. It's like, okay, now you know you're gonna lose. So then all of a sudden you bring up this rhetoric that black men don't like black women. Do you know how sick this is? Black men don't like black women. That's why they don't want to vote for Kamala Harris, because they have an issue with femininity. So what that will then do is that when she loses, it will drive a bigger rift between black men and black women in the community, which is what they've been trying to do for the last 60 years anyway. So black men and black women are now going to be fighting more, saying that, oh, the opportunity we had to have our president, you took it away from us. That's the narrative. It's not rocket science, people. That's why you come to these lives. You see, I do this like these vertical lives, just, you know, stream of consciousness. That's exactly what's going to happen. I can see the writing on the wall already. I can see the writing on the wall, people. These guys are getting, you guys are getting set up. You guys are getting set up. You know? Funny thing is, look, I think that they're in a situation now that she can't win anymore. I don't think that she can win. For real. Let me ask you this, guys. If you had to make a wager, who would you put money on to win this election? Because I know I'm putting it on Donny T. I'm telling you, Donny T is winning. I said Donny T was going to win back in 2020. I'm on record. I'm on record in 2020. I said he was going to win the next election. And you can ask anybody who knows me. The second he lost to Biden, I said, this man is coming back in 2024. He's going to win. I said that in 2020. You don't know the half, bro. Too many of us here don't even know our own history, you know, the current events that directly affect us. YH, as I've said, I spent decades in America. I became a man in the United States of America. I know about everything. There's nothing I don't know about what's going on over there. Nothing. I know it all. Guys do not know their history. And if you think that people in the UK, France, Germany, even in Africa know their history, you're laughing. Nobody knows. Africans are the most ignorant group of people on the face of the earth. Black and African people, ignorant. Completely ignorant. We know nothing. I considered myself relatively educated. Do you know that in the last 2 years that I've had this platform, the sheer amount that I've learned that I didn't know is crazy. The article I just wrote on my newsletter about Cameroon, I knew part of that history. I didn't know all of the history. I knew part of it. I didn't know all of it. Bonsu Big Whale, she can't win anymore. She can't. They would literally just have to give her the election now at this point. Leslie Fountain Williams. Let's see, what are you saying here? You might want to look at the statistics. Black women are following black men by leaving the DNC. We support our men and their leadership. That's not what they want to make us believe. They want to make us believe that there's a civil war between black men and black women. That is literally what's happening. Do you know the amount of arguments I have with black women over this back in 2016? I remember that clearly. I was arguing with all of my friends. All the black women that I knew, I was arguing with all of them who were voting for Hillary back then. I was arguing with all of them. I don't know what's going on now, so I need to check the temperature because I need to make some calls and see what they're saying. Because the black women I know, they're still Kamala people. The ones I know, they're all Kamala. I don't know if I know anybody who's jumped ship yet. But I'm glad to hear what you're saying. I mean, if it's true, I'm glad. Because enough is enough, isn't it? Born to big whale, I do not think so, but I think, okay, women are argument, I don't know what that means, electrical helper, job wanted. If black men wanted to be a force in this race, okay, let's see what you're saying. I'm going to see what right. I'm going to see right. If black men wanted to be a force in this race, they would have moved solidly behind Cornel West and leave the Dems and Reps to the corporate grid and planet desolation. I don't think Cornel West is the answer. I don't think Cornel West is the answer. I mean, he's better than the options that exist, but can you see Cornel West as the president of America? Let's be honest. Like, is that a real, do you see that as a viable option? Obama is way out of line. He's way out of line. I watched the footage. I just can't be bothered to play it now. He was way out of line. Very disrespectful. Very, very disrespectful. Trump, listen, Ngozi writes, that's the sort of mentality that they want you to think. They want you to think that if you don't like this person, then you're automatically a Trump supporter. You don't have to like either. Like nobody said that Trump is anything. But that doesn't mean that Cornel West would be a good president. By saying that Cornel West won't be a good president doesn't mean Donny T is going to be a good president either. I don't think Donny T is a good president, but I still believe he's going to win. Obama may have literally added 1 million more votes to Trump's tally. Yep, born to big well, and you're not lying. Born to big well, you're not lying. I actually think that he single-handedly lost the election for Kamala now. That speech he gave, or whatever he was saying, she's lost the election. Lost. Like, I watched that, I was like, yeah, it's over now. It's over. There's a lot of black people that are going to watch what he said and say, you guys don't respect us. We're out. Because I have to be honest with you, I don't know how you can watch that and vote for her. It was straight up, it was flagrant. You were violated. This guy was violating. You got that's a violation. You got violated. Point blank. Like I was trying to find another way to describe it. I'm like, nah, man, you got violated, man. When a guy holds the mic and tells everybody to stop, I'm going to talk to you all specifically, and start saying that you guys have a problem with black women and you don't like. I was like, what the hell? Come on, man. Come on, man. Provide triggers for evolution. Yes, I agree. It's not the answer. I think Jill Stein is a way better option for black folks in the current political context. I agree with you. That's the weirdest thing. That white lady is actually the best candidate for, if a black person is going to vote in this election, that's who I would suggest you vote for, if you're actually going to vote. Jill Stein. She's the only one who's actually willing to even say the word reparations and white supremacy. No other candidate is willing to say those words. She's the only person who actually talks about it out of everybody. Nobody else even says that. Do you know that there's no candidate that has ever run in for office that has actually openly talked about white supremacy in America? Nobody. That includes Obama and everybody else. Nobody ever mentions it. So Jill Stein, man, I mean, yeah, no, I agree. Which is ironic. It's a white woman. Is actually the best candidate for black folks. If you're really going to vote, that's the king. If you're going to cast a vote, I can't see anybody better than her. And she knows it, which is the reason why she's going out and doing what she's doing, because she knows that she's actually a viable option for black votes because she's saying the stuff guys actually want to hear. She actually has a platform. Like, she actually has a plan that you can say, oh, okay, I can see what you're trying to do here. If you're a black voter, that is. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, guys? I see that there's quite a few of you guys in here, but everybody hasn't introduced themselves. Can you guys all introduce yourself in the chat? Those who haven't commented. If you're new, especially if you're new, so I know who you are, especially if you're new. You know what I should have done? I should have used I have a mic here. Guys, what is this, my sound quality like? Is it good? Should I change my microphone? How's my audio? Because I've got a mic here that I could use. How's my audio? It's not bad. Okay, I'm going to change my mic and then tell me if it improves or not. Maybe it'll be worse. It might be better, but just tell me how it sounds if I change my mic. Uh-oh. All right, how is this? How is that? Is that better? How's the sound quality now? I'm gonna switch it now. Oh, audio output. Oh, maybe. Oh, there it is. Audio input. Wireless. There we go. How is it now? I just switched it now. How is it now? Is it better? Is this? Oh, Furkan Ali, how are you? Furkan Ali, what's going on? How is the sound now? Is it better? I just switched it. I just switched it right now. Got my little mic in here. It was deeper before, so this is not even. So it's not better. So this isn't better because this is actually a proper microphone. It was just as good before. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Business as usual. So I'm just trying to decide what to use, whether I should keep using this or I should just take this down and just use it because what I was using before was just the computer. I was using the computer. Tom Brown, thank you. Chrissy, what's up? How are you? I was using the computer audio before, but if you're telling me that this is the same, then I might as well just, I might as well use the other one. If you're telling me there's no difference. I'd only use this if, you know what I hate is when guys hold their mic like this. I can't stand that. When guys will be holding it like this. I'm like, what is this? Just hold your mic, man. I hate that. That's just a pet peeve. The other one was fine. Who's calling me? That's what the hell, guys? Hold on. Who the hell is calling me? 7985. second. Oh, all right. Sorry, guys. I had to just get that call. Sort of. We need to hear from all the candidates. Hear what they have to say. What are you talking about here from all the candidates? And second of all, you said that I'm going to make a decision on my audio now. Am I keeping this or losing it? Can we get a vote here? Am I keeping this mic or am I losing the mic? Am I keeping the mic or am I losing the mic? Can we get a vote? Then we need to carry on. Listen, Barack has messed us up. It's the bottom line. Like, we can pretend and try and have fun and games. Barack has messed us up. Like, when a guy is coming out there and saying this sort of talk, but he's messed us up. Go back to the computer mic. Okay. How is this now? I'm back on the computer mic. I'm back on the computer mic. Is this better now? How are you feeling about this? All right. Wow. Okay. That's interesting because it's like, do you know how expensive this microphone is? It's super expensive. And you guys are telling me that I spend all that cash? Anyway, look, Barack, that's what we're dealing with right now, guys. It's a hustle now. Let's call a spade a spade. It's a hustle. Let's call a spade a spade. It's a hustle. It's a hustle, guys. The Black Authority did an interview with Jill Stein this past weekend on YouTube. I highly recommend. Other people are running, some of them good ideas and some ideas new, but we should not be limited to just two candidates. Yeah, I'm not saying nobody's limited to two candidates per se. I mean, people are listening to other people, but they're the ones who are trying to push this two candidate thing. Atiba Kojo, that does have a clip. I was just checking the sound. If you guys said the sound was good enough, I would have clipped it to my shirt. Obama, yes, but Obama should have kept his mouth shut. But the reason why he doesn't keep his mouth shut is because they don't respect black voters. They don't respect black people. If you respect black people, then you would be. You see, the thing is, nobody would ever talk to Latino voters that way. Nobody would ever talk to Asian voters that way. Nobody would, sure as hell in your wildest dreams, talk to white voters like that. Can you imagine if you said that about white men or white women? Nobody would say that. And you see, that is the thing that makes this so messed up. The group that you should be talking to are white female voters. That's who you need to talk to, because that is the demographic that shouldn't they be supporting the female candidate? Yet they categorically always split the vote with Donny T. After all the things that Donny T did in 2016, all the messed up things, all the stories that came out and all that sort of stuff, they still voted for him. Barack Obama never did anything for Furkan Ali, I agree with you. I agree with you. 8 years, yeah. After the first 4 years, they were like, oh, wait, it's his first term, wait till the second term. Second term came and went. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. I was on the Obama train for the first 4 years, believe me. I was definitely one of those dudes who was like, wow, man, wow, wow. By that second term, man, I was like, nah, man. Nah, I'm not with it anymore. I'm not with it anymore. By the way, guys, I hope all of you guys have your Back to Africa handbook. For those people in the diaspora, let me throw that up on the screen while we're all here. Let me throw that on the screen while we're all here. Link is in the description. Link is in the description, guys. But yeah, look. It's a crazy situation. But you know what I like, though? Everybody is up in arms about it. Everybody is up in arms. Because he took it too far. So everybody's talking about it. So this one is not one of those things that are just been washed away. Everybody's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Link in the description, guys. Link in the description. I think. Is it in the description or is it in my bio? Let me see if it's in the description. Hold on. Oh, no, it's not. Damn. Let me put it in the description real quick. Damn, I didn't put it in the description. Anyway, guys, look. The guy, he can't... He must know that it's over now. This is actually the most damaging thing. Instead of gaining votes, you've categorically lost votes. You've lost votes. Instead of gaining votes, you've lost votes. Instead of gaining votes, you've lost votes. Because there are guys who might have even been considering supporting her that are like, nah, man. Nah. You're not going to get me to vote for somebody by shaming me. You know? You're not going to do it by shaming me. You're not going to do it by shaming me. Let me just put this in here. All right, there we go. All right, guys, I've added it. I have added it in. I have added it in. All right. The link is in the bio. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah. This disrespectful. How do you go from Obama to AES? Why would I be going from Obama to AES? What are you talking about beyond superficialities? It's in the description now, culture crack. It's in the description now. Back to Africa handbook is in the description now. You can go and get on the wait list before all copies are gone. There's a limited availability at the half price. So if you want it for 50% off, limited availability, get on the wait list immediately. Once I hit that threshold, it goes double price. 70-page ebook with all the information you need. Listen, let me tell you about Barack. He has to be careful that he doesn't mess up his legacy. In fact, he's already messed up his legacy. What am I talking about? I was thinking that he's going to be careful that he doesn't mess. He's already messed it up. But he has to be careful that he doesn't completely wreck it. He has to be careful that he doesn't completely wreck it. No, it is too late for sure. But what I'm saying is that he has to be careful that he doesn't destroy his legacy. He still has it. It's just been messed up because of a lot of people are now beginning to really look at things the way that they should be looked at. You know? Back to Africa handbook, link in the description, guys. Link in the description of the video, guys. That's what we're talking about. Man. You know what is so wild about? Man. You know, another thing that I actually didn't realize is that when I thought about it, I said, well, this election is how many weeks away is it? 3 weeks? The election is in 3 weeks. Three, is it 3 weeks? No, wait a minute. No, not 3 weeks. Like, how many weeks is it away? Three. Is it really three? Man, that's crazy, man. Donny T is coming back. After all that, all the lawsuits and all the things that they try to do, this guy didn't, he's still there. There's a voters' rights museum in Alabama, and most of us as African Americans do not support it. What is a voters' rights museum? I don't understand. What kind of museum is that? What do they have in there? What do they have in the museum? What's a voters' rights museum? What do they have in there? I've never heard of such a thing. Bottom of the bottle. Oh, Virgil. Let me bring you in, Virgil. You know, you might actually be able to join in this conversation. Anybody who wants to join the chat, click that link and I'll bring you in. Anybody who wants to join the chat, click the link and I'll bring you in. Anybody who wants to join this chat, click the link and I'll bring you in. Early term voting. All right. Click that link and I'll bring you in. We're talking about Barack disrespecting black men in America in regards to this election and the impact that is going to have on the election, because I think that he just gave that election to Donny T. I believe he just gave the election to Donny T. Click that link. Let me bring somebody into the conversation. Virgil, click the link. Click the link. Click the link. Oh, around family members. Okay. 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 Fair enough. I just wanted to bring somebody in here to just give some other insight into what's going on, into some, I wanted to get another side of the thing. Because if it's just me saying this stuff, I want to hear from somebody to hear what the temperature is in terms of a reaction to this. And actually, some black men would be good to talk to about this, and black women as well, if you got a feeling on how you feel about whether what Barack Obama said is true or not true. So anybody who's out there, you got that link in the chat, click the link in the chat, come in so I can actually, we can have a conversation about what's going on before I sign out of here. Because I definitely I want to hear from people. I want to hear from people. But as I said, look, I'm not the only one who's reacting this way. A lot of people are reacting the same way. There's a lot of people who are reacting the exact same way, who are like, nah, man, nah, we're not going to accept that. We're not going to accept that. There are a lot of people reacting the same way. A lot of black people are reacting the same exact way. And I think that says a lot about the way things are changing. Because back in the day, you wouldn't have really had this sort of reaction. You wouldn't have really had this sort of reaction. But things are really changing. Let's see now. Let me see. Which is what I'm happy about. Oh, here we go. We got Kasim here. But Kasim, where's your camera? Kasim, I cannot see you. Kasim, I cannot see you. I would like to bring you into the show, but I cannot see you, Kasim. I cannot see you, Kasim. Can you hear me before I bring you in? There we go. I can't hear you. Kasim, we cannot hear you. Nope. 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 Can't hear you. Can anybody hear Kasim? Kasim, we cannot. Says you muted me. Muted you? Nope. Uh, you're not muted on my thing. Hey guys, everybody in the chat, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Kasim, can you wave at the camera? All right, so you can hear me, we can't hear you, and I don't think anybody else can hear you. So that's definitely your setting. Pro speakers, yeah, I'm looking at it. That is your settings. So wait a minute, Culture Crack and Tiz, can you hear Kasim? It might be me, because if you can, I'm going to try and fix something. Oh, there we go. I can hear you now. Wait a minute. No, we can't. Yeah, I can't hear him. I heard you for like a second. Tiz says no. Fukan says yes. Tiz says yes. Culture Crack says yes. All right, look, can we, so we can fix this? Can everybody who can hear Kazim say, oh, I can hear you now. Hello?
How much is this?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Communicate. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yo, yo.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. I
yeah.
can hear you.
You hear me now?
Yes.
All right,
There's a,
cool.
there's a delay, but I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know what the. What's good, brother? Peace.
Great. Great, great, great. Okay, good. You might need to angle your camera down. So you just get it, tilt it down. So yeah, there we go. Just a little more.
And make sure. Hold on. Let me clear my background. I don't want to get you banned out here. All right, hold on. I hear me
Yeah.
now. All right, cool.
Yeah, tilt it down because I want to put the banner back up. But if you're not down far enough, it's going to cover you. I just want to put this banner back. There we go. Okay, good. Yeah, there we go. All
All
right.
right, cool.
All right. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Peace, man.
Yeah, just give us a quick intro. Like, how long have you been watching long? Are you new to the platform? What's your story?
Yeah, I think I've been watching for like the last 2 months.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And
So describe like 2 months. Say it again.
what's your background? Where are you based?
I'm in U.S. I'm in the South.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So did you hear or did you see Barack's video? Did you see what he said?
Yeah, I see what he said.
All right, all right, all right. How do you feel about
Yeah.
it?
I mean, I was, I felt disrespected like most of the free thinking black men out here. Um, it was like how dare you, like, you know what I mean? There's so many things that, I mean, the guys, I think really I was expecting some of the black men that was in the background to like say
Right,
something. Like I
right.
was
That's what I was like, man. Because I was like, are you just gonna let this guy violate you like that? Like just stand there and just watch. And they were just like, they were just standing and just looking at him. And I'm like, how are you gonna let this guy just talk to you like this? It was crazy because these were grown men. Like these were not kids
yeah,
in the room. These were like
basically.
40, 50, 40-year-old, 30, 40-year-old guys just letting this guy just talk to them like that. I was like, wow, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it was a few of them. Like it was a whole room of them. Look like they didn't say anything, so that was kind of wild to me. But remember, that's what you can expect from liberal men. They're not going to say nothing, and that's been the problem. A lot of people are starting to like realize it, like with the younger generation, they're starting to be like, hey, they're realizing, they're acknowledging the fact that the older people in our community, they don't question anything. Whatever come down from the top, that's what they going with. They don't
Yeah.
got a problem with nothing unless it's like when you ask them, like they getting mad because people are trying to vote on the other side now, but it's like he's not even engaging with the black men to even get to the bottom of why. He's assuming why, or not understanding like why he has so much support, because it's like this. He's like, I'm black, y'all voted for me, she's black, won't y'all vote for her? That seems the
That's
tone of what
basically
he's
what it is.
basically trying to do.
That's basically what he's saying. That's
Yeah.
basically what he's saying. It's crazy. And he doesn't understand that you're the last one to benefit from that. It's because
Right.
of you that they don't want to vote for her because you see, the thing is, right? Because they voted for you because you were black and you got into office for 8 years, you didn't do anything. That
Mm.
is part of the reason why she's not going to get that benefits. And to make it even worse, she never really ran as a black woman. Like she never really ran that way. She wasn't identifying herself as a black candidate for her whole career. So for you to now suddenly be shaming people for not voting for her because she's black or whatever is crazy because you're like, this woman was never even, that was never her thing in the first place. So that's part of it.
Right.
It's like, I look at this, right? And I say, for what's going on in Africa, for example, and you look at a lot of the stuff that I've reported on and I've talked about and so on, I say, the problem is black people around the world are disrespected. They're not taken seriously. They
Mm.
think they can just put anybody in front of you and say, this is your leader now. Follow this person. And you just do it. That's so when you look at what's going on in Africa, it's the same thing that's happening in America, where with black people, it's like, we'll pick your leader for you. Here's your leader. Take this one. We approve this one. That's who you're going to have. And black people are like, nah, man, no, no, no. We don't want this person. We're going to choose who it is that we want to have, And
Right.
I think it's difficult I'm looking at Barack's face and I'm thinking, wow, he's out of touch, man. You always used to think that he was connected to the community in his mind, like, oh, he's part of us, he's part of the. And you look at his face and you're like, nah, I don't think he even really, he's out of touch. He's genuinely surprised. He's looking at it and thinking, nah, I'll
Yeah,
talk to
you thought he wasn't. See, social media was in its early stages when he came out.
it
Like
wasn't,
YouTube was probably like 3 years old, maybe, and it wasn't the thing. MySpace was still popping when
it was
he
2 years old. Yeah, when he got elected, YouTube was only 2 years old.
exactly. So between, see, that's that out of touch thing. And it's like the older community they're not in touch at all. It's like the total opposite. So you from 2008 to now, That's what like 16 years. It's like this is like citizen journalism is bigger than mainstream
It's
media.
bigger.
People tune into YouTube and TikTok for the information now than the news. So the only people who still engage in mainstream media is mainly, in our community is the older people. Uh, so when you got that kind of element going on, is people are going to start questioning things, man. Bottom line, that's just basically what's happening. Uh, when he ran, social media was just starting, and now that we have access to so much information, you can't just say anything now because the new generation is definitely going to question it. Like if it don't sound right, they're gonna stop it. Like, hey, what is this? And it's so, and now even with the man, there's just so much going on out here that he's is finally coming out that he's associated with. Sometimes we catch on late.
I think so. I mean, I think that people are beginning to understand now. I think it's making a lot of sense to people now that, oh, you know what? This is all a hustle. Hey, double A vibes.
Yeah,
It's all a
definitely
hustle.
a hustle.
I think that's what people are beginning to see now that, yeah, they're panicking because we're not supposed to, black people are not supposed to ask for anything for the vote. And now that black people are saying we want something or we're not going to vote for you, they don't know what to do because they're like, we don't want to have to give you anything. We don't want to have to give you anything. You're
And
just
we
supposed
don't want you, yeah, don't be demanding nothing. Like he had the audacity to say something about like when black people say we want some tangibles, it's like how dare we ask for something? Like, what do you mean? Like we struggling now, it's bad over here, man. Like people are doing bad. So
yeah,
we
no,
need something. I mean, you can't say you can't give it to us because we've been watching you for the last few years give it away to other people.
everybody's got a piece. Everybody.
Everybody but us.
Yeah, no, everybody. That's the crazy part. Like, you see, guys keep just saying, "Oh, why are you saying this?" I'm like, listen, man, you figured out a way to give everybody a check.
Yeah,
Everybody's got a check. Like, everybody's got something. So for me, I look at it and I'm like, look, man, if you get played again, then you've got nobody to blame but yourselves.
yeah,
So don't complain when she gets into office and doesn't do anything for you because
yeah.
she didn't promise you anything. So she doesn't owe you anything. So when she gets into office, if you vote for her, she doesn't have to do anything for you because you didn't make her, she didn't promise anything to you. That is the wild part about it. So, like somebody was saying in the comments that, oh, are you saying that Donald Trump is good? I was like, no, no, no.
He's better. Yes. Why so? But and that's the people. So man, it's annoying, man.
But it's,
What was so bad when he was there?
I would,
Pinpoint it. What was the policy that changed your life for the worse so bad that you don't want him in the office no more?
nothing,
Nobody can never pinpoint it because it wasn't one.
nothing. Look, the reality is that nothing changed. And in fact, for black people, it was actually a little bit better because he didn't care about you. He wasn't even focused on you. So you
But
were
it's a
able to,
proven fact that black people thrive better under Republican led states or cities. I
well,
mean,
well, yeah, because I mean, you know what's so funny about what you're saying is this. The reason why black people do better under Republicans is because the Republicans don't care about them. So
exactly.
they're not playing games with them in that way. They're like, look, we're just going to do policies to help rich people and to help businesses and help people make money. If you want to make money, you can take advantage of that, but we're not going to do it specifically for you.
You're not going to do it for you.
Yeah. The difference
Trump wasn't
between
here to save nobody, especially black people. We got to stop waiting for somebody to save. Listen, all he was there to do was even the playing field so we all can get it. That's what else do you need?
See now, but that's the funny thing. I would challenge you on that point because I don't believe Donny T is trying to help everybody. I believe Donny T is trying to help rich people like himself. That's what
Okay,
he,
now explain that.
All his policies are geared towards the highest income individuals, people who are making a lot of money already, making over 250,000, own businesses and so on. Most people in America do not own a business. Most people aren't making over 250. What he does is that, look, in order to help people at that top end, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce taxes for everybody. So I'm going to bring taxes down, but that's going to benefit these people at the higher tax brackets better. And my argument is that I'm incentivizing people who are making less money to make more money. Because I'm saying that, listen, the more money you make,
It's the same thing, brother.
the less taxes you make. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the motivation is what I'm talking about. He's
I
not
mean,
he's not
and that's
motivated to
and
help people.
honestly, I see what you're saying, but that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? Even for me to say I don't think that was just his intent, and for you to say it was, that's neither here nor there. The fact is, when the interest rates were lower, he made it more affordable for black people who don't own homes to get one. You know how I know? Because I bought one.
No, no,
You know
I
what I'm
know, but
saying?
what I'm saying is
Interest
that
rates was at 2.5%. That's so it's not about him saying, well, let's say even okay, let's say that is the case. He wants to help out his rich friends. Okay, but if it's making it more affordable on the low end for us to come up, who
no, no, no,
cares who we
yeah,
did
no,
it
no,
for?
no, no, I'm agreeing with you. I agree with that. I just don't want us to confuse something that you're getting as a benefit with a guy who's doing it for you. He doesn't give a damn about black people,
Well,
right?
yeah, he's not supposed to either though.
Yes.
But I would have to argue with that too though, because in America, see that right there, see that's what sometimes deters people from being all the way aware of what's going on, right? So if people say he don't like black people, right? Okay, well, prior to 2020, for the last 15 years, nobody would have never said that.
Prior to 2016, it was
Of
before.
2016,
Yeah,
prior to that, for the last since the 80s, nobody would have said that. When Jesse Jackson was running for president, you know how many black people funded his campaign so he could run?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Yeah, but guess who did though? The racist guy.
Trump.
When
No,
when he ran for president, you know how many people looked to Trump to get anything. Trump was always. It's not about him, even if he don't have a necessarily a deep love for black people. He's about making money, and all black people are about making money. I don't know one that's not.
yeah, but I get that. But you see, that's what I'm trying to say. There is just making sure that you see this is the thing, and what I think is the dangerous line that you have to walk. The dangerous line
Mm-hmm.
you have to walk is understanding that Trump is not for black people. So that even though there's a lot of things about him that is beneficial to black people, it is not because he's trying to help you. That is just all I'm saying, is that it is by default. So because black people are being treated badly by everybody, they're not given any support, all of these sort of things that we could talk about forever. Black people then have to hustle to survive. Like you have to go out there and break your back, do whatever you got to do to survive. Now, if a guy comes in and he creates an environment that makes it easy to be a hustler or easier to be a hustler, then
Mm-hmm.
it's better for the black community because the black
That's all
community,
we need.
we can hustle now. The
That's
tax
all we
rates are
need.
lower, whatever, whatever. But the
That's
thing
all
is,
we need.
yeah, but what I'm saying is that people come out here and say the line, Trump is trying to help black people, or Trump or is supporting black people. And I'm like, no, don't make that mistake. He's not doing Trump is not supporting black people. He's not a fan. What you're saying is true. In the 80s, look,
But I
I believe,
can't. But honestly, I can't say that I'm not going to say that could be true. I'll be personally, I'm not going to say that he hates them either.
no,
To say
I
that
didn't say
he
that. I didn't
hates
say that.
them,
No, I didn't say that.
that's
I'm not
right,
going to
right.
say he hates black people. I will say this. This is what I would say about Trump. I believe Trump only cares about himself. Okay?
Mm.
When it was cool to like black people, which is all through the 80s and 90s, when he had nothing to lose for that, he was cool with black people, with rappers, with singers, R&B people, what do they call it? Sports personalities. Everybody. Do you know how many rap albums they talk about Trump in records? He was all over rap,
Countless.
all over
And
the
they
place.
still doing it. They
Yeah,
never
but,
stop.
yeah, but what I'm saying is that it proves to you that when the moment that he started running for office and Donny T realized that, oh, my fan base is mainly the way I'm going to get elected is with these white racists, like these.
Hold on. Before you say that, you gotta add in the fact that mainstream media played a part in that. You gotta mix that in there because he didn't just automatically say, you know what? Well, you know what? That could be true because if he decided in that time to just say, you know what, I'm about to run as a Republican, it would be common sense to say I'm about to go against the black community because
That's what
all
I'm.
the black community voted.
That's what
So
I'm saying. That's what I'm
okay.
saying. It's all again. Look, Trump is. Trump doesn't.
But look what he did though. He did that and still ended up getting black support. That's
Well, yeah, but the reason why it's getting black support is because of how bad a job the Democrats are doing. Like because these
regardless.
guys are so
We
bad.
don't gotta support him. We don't have to like him
That,
either.
that's the only reason why black people are moving is because if you're so bad, let me look at these comments. I was recently told briefly by a conscious sister about Project 2025. Oh, this
Has
Project
nothing to do
2025.
with Trump. And he's since when has Trump not owned up to something he did? He did.
Look,
He already stated. We already know who wrote it. He didn't write it. So I don't know why people even
yeah,
bring that up in the conversation.
yeah, but you see, this is the thing about Project 2025 that people need to know. The people, I think it's a Heritage Foundation or something.
Far rights. Far right.
They've,
Far.
yeah, but they've been involved in American politics for decades. Were the ones who helped Ronald Reagan get elected. They've been involved in Republican elections for decades. It's nothing new. The reality is that they try to push conservative agendas with every administration that's conservative. That's what they do. So Project 2025, yes, it's crazy some of the stuff that they want to do, but but people need to understand is that whether it was Trump or another president, any Republican that was going to run, Project 2025 would have existed for them. You see what I'm saying? This is not a
Yeah,
Trump,
because a
not a
person,
Trump
a group
specific.
wrote it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's not a
I
Trump
agree.
specific thing. It's like they're doing what they do. Any
It's an agenda thing. It's
It's an
how they
agenda.
feel things should be. It's their opinion.
It's an agenda thing. So people who are keep trying to say that, oh, Trump is the one who made Project 2025 and he's gonna. I'm like, no, no. He's running, and if it wasn't him and it was another Republican candidate, Project 2025 would still be there and they would still be saying the exact same things.
But
So,
you know what amazes me though? They worried about something that's not even here and not paying attention to what's going on now.
well,
Whatever project 2025 is going on, like Lord Jamal just did an interview. We got a project 2024 going on right now. Look what's going on now.
yeah, well, you know what, look,
I
this is
mean,
the thing. Product 2025 is a scare tactic situation that they're using because the reality is that
exactly,
there's so
exactly.
many things that are happening right now that need to be addressed that for you to be looking at what these guys might do in the future is ridiculous because the black community is looking at the Democrats and saying that, listen, what are you going to do for us? Stop
Yeah.
talking to us about what they might do or what they might do. What are you going to do for us? And because they're not able to answer that, and now you have what Barack Obama just did, which to me is the nail in the coffin. Like once he made that speech, it's the nail in the coffin. Like it's over now.
He really messed it up even worse.
He messed it up. Yeah, he messed it up.
Like because people were still, but unbelievably still straddling the fence. But
No,
once he did that,
once he
it's
did that,
like,
but
oh, what?
this is the problem that he has now. The problem that Barack has now is that because of his pride, he's not going to be able to come out and give black men an apology. That is what he needs to do is to come and apologize to black men in America and say that listen, I'm
Mm,
sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It was disrespectful. But he's never going to do that. He's
mm-mm.
never going to do that. And because he's not going to do that, he's put himself in a very tough position. Because now you said what you said, you've lost your candidate all of those votes because that speech he made I would not be surprised if she's lost 1 million votes.
She
I
been
wouldn't be
losing
surprised.
though. I don't see how it was even close anyway. I don't believe none of them polls, man. I mean, the tone of the streets is that nobody is rocking with her. The only people that's really rocking with her is older African Americans and people that are in the boule. You know what I'm saying? Most black people don't either not caring at all or they vote for Trump. It's either one or the other.
No, no, I mean, I agree with that. I think what has started happening when you're talking about the boule and so on, I think what's happened with this election is it's exposed that community a lot more than ever before. Like before, you knew they existed, but this
Hmm.
election, I'm like, yo, there is literally an entire sub-black community in America that is separate
The
from the
gatekeepers,
they're separate from the regular black people. These people are like some elite class black people of celebrities, sports personalities, talk show hosts, politicians.
local
All these group,
politicians.
yeah, all that group of people,
Yeah,
they are not. They don't give a damn. They're not thinking about the good
their
of the whole.
allegiance is to them, not their
Crazy.
people.
It's crazy. It's
Just like the
crazy.
Congressional Black Caucus, they sat there and just like with the '94 crime bill, we had black politicians around then. How many of the black Democrats spoke out against
Let
that?
me, let me see this comment. Say Patrick Brown says, if Obama offended you, then he did his job. Facts are facts. I don't know what that means. I mean, first of all, this person might be trolling. So let's just put that on the
Yeah,
table.
you know that. I mean,
Yeah,
that's all you got. That's not. That's
yeah,
an opinion. Give me
yeah.
some facts.
It might be a white person pretending to be black. It could be anybody. So, I mean, you never know. But regardless, though, um,
Hey, it's not. Hey, look. Regardless of how you feel, we ain't rocking with us. So you can type all you want. It ain't gonna work.
I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be tough because it's gonna be tough because of the internet. I think what you said earlier is the problem. The problem is that in this election cycle, there's so many commentators who are doing good work or in terms of investigations, giving
Research.
information, research, and
Yeah.
letting people understand, educating people on things that is very difficult for them now to play games because once they tell some kind of crazy lie or tell something, there's like 50 videos that come out explaining and breaking it down. And the thing is
To
that
the T too, man. Breaking it all the way down.
a good video or a good commentator, when they break it down, it makes sense. People can look at it and say, oh, this makes sense. And then when you listen to the politician, what they're saying doesn't make sense. So you're like, you don't make any sense. But this guy I listened to on YouTube explained everything and it makes sense. Why should I listen to you?
And the fact that you can go behind the YouTuber and then research even more.
Yes. You can go and actually do more research. You can find out more stuff. It's a
Because you
very,
never should believe anything on face value. When me, you, or anybody say always find out for you. You gonna always believe yourself more than anybody else.
this is
So
this is true. Anyway, look, I'm getting to the end of the show, but any last words before I drop you off here?
I don't know where you at out there. I know I'm trying to definitely be making my presence in Africa, man. I'm trying to,
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
yeah.
Well, look, you need to. Did you get on the wait list for the handbook? The
Nah, then.
You need to go to the link in my description of this video and
Hmm.
sign up to the Back to Africa handbook. The Back to Africa handbook link. So it's an ebook that I created to give people advice, tips and advice if you want to travel to visit or to move to Africa. So it gives you
Hmm.
all the information, all the things that you need. You go to the link in the description of this video or the link in my bio or my profile, and you'll be able to get on the wait list so that when the ebook is available, you can get a copy of that. Like it's
All
half
right.
price for that, but it's worth getting if you're thinking about moving there, just to give you the information that you need to have to prepare yourself. Because
Yeah,
I
I
always
definitely need some guidance for Nigeria, man. I wanna check Nigeria out, man.
oh really?
Uh,
Well, that's why I say you get the book,
yeah.
the ebook. I definitely give you guys advice on all the things to look out for. But yeah,
All right,
man. All right. Cool, man. Thanks for dropping in.
no doubt, man.
All right. Excellent. All right. All right, guys. That's all she wrote, guys. I'm gonna sign us out right now. That was a good chat. Everybody, that's where we're at, you know. That's where we're at. Thanks for joining. And as I said, check out the link in the description. And